Hello and welcome to the 2024 ARWS Rivière Noire Grand Prix from the Noire Superspeedway. On pole once again for the 11th race in a row, it's Emma Kickert looking to avenge her last lap retirement from the Canadian Grand Prix yesterday. Alongside her is another driver also looking for a better outcome. It's Phillippe Nicolas, none the worse for wear for his collision with ARWS. Fortunately, he won't have to deal with ARWS in this race. She's been banned for the foreseeable future, and pending a full investigation into the matter by the ARWS Sporting Department. On the second row of the grid, we have the teammates, once again, of our front row starters. It's Dan Greenlaw for Holiday and Edvard Holm for Simpson. We've got Final Watson and Takuma Taki on the third row of the grid with their teammates right behind them. That's Magda Servansky for March 16 and Amy Gauthier for Racing Point. We've got Marco Jancher starting ninth, but the surprise of qualifying has to be Naoki Shinjo, a fantastic top 10 qualifying effort for Mecha. That's their best since the reformation of the ARWS at the start of the 2023 season, I believe. Václav Malish and Alberto Cara both secured podiums in the Canadian Grand Prix yesterday. They'll definitely be fancying their chances from the sixth row of the grid. We've got Malik Sadan and Diego Alvarez Torrente on row 7 for Mecha and Jones. And then it's Aurora Summers and Andrei Kremnitsky on the 8th row of the grid, starting 15th and 16th. Imani Burrell has been swiftly drafted in to replace the suspended ARWS for Adriatica. A solid qualifying effort on her debut. She'll start 17th, next to Diego Alvarez Torrente. Not Diego Alvarez Torrente, that's Carmen Alvarez Torrente. Sorry, I misread Pecos Jones somehow. Go me. We got Martin McFry and Nathaniel Cameron on the 10th row of the grid. And once again starting 21st in this race, and hopefully he'll put in a better effort this time. It's Kay Lon for Bentley, just ahead of Bradley Daigle, who once again really disappointed in qualifying for Euromotor. Akio Yamamura will be starting a very lowly 23rd for Adriatica, just ahead of Ben Fleet, Fu Wen, and Pierre Saint-Laurent, once again right at the back of the grid in front of his home crowd. And with that, the start of the race is just moments away. Engines fired here in Noire, just waiting for the light to go out. And it is green! In a repeat of the start from yesterday, Nicolas once again sweeps into the lead from Kickert. A great start with Takuma Taki. He moves right up into third place from Holm, Greenlaw, Gauthier, Watson, Servansky, Jancher, and Václav Malish up into the top 10 on the start.
Very, very similar start to yesterday. Nicolas got a good start. Taki made up a couple of spots, and Greenlaw fell back.
As Gautier's just gotten passed by Watson for 6th place there. Kickert very much holding pace with Nicolas in these on the opening laps here. I don't think Nicolas will be running the two-stop strategy. In fact, Kickert's closed right up onto his tail as Taki now really under a lot of pressure from Holm and Greenlaw and Watson.
Top two completely pulled away here.
That said, if they start squabbling amongst each other, it won't be the case for too much longer as Nicolas now retakes the fastest lap from Kickert as Holm finds his way past Takuma Taki. Let's get a replay of that if we can. Yep, just a textbook overtake there by Holm. Got it to the inside of Taki and didn't give him any room to hang it around the outside as he's been quite a fan of doing in that turn one, is we've got a bit of a backup of traffic here. Don't think anybody's in trouble though. I think it's just a case of drivers getting a bit leery with each other, as we've got Watson all over the back of Dan Greenlaw for 5th place. Couldn't get it to stick there. Nicolas continuing to hold on to this lead just about from Emma Kickert though. And Edvard Holm, now in clear air, has just put in the fastest lap of this race as he's reeling in the top 2 here now that he's clear of Takuma Taki. We got Malish, Torrente, and Naoki Shinjo all hanging onto the back of this of the main leading pack, of course, with the top 3 really breaking away, but from Taki on back, it's very much a close battle for position here.
Greenlaw hoping to last a bit longer than how he did yesterday. He didn't really get to make an impact on yesterday. Had a good qualifying, as Kickert has taken the race lead.
I think I might know why.
Yeah, I did see Nicolas way up high there.
Yeah, let's see here on the onboard here. Oh no, the suspension's gone on Nicolas. He's just past pit entry as well. He's not going to be able to get that back to the pits. Oh, what a disappointing weekend this has turned out to be for Phillippe Nicolas. Leading in both races, and both times he's now been he's dropped out well early. This time he's not going to get a single point from this race unless it's from fastest lap points, which I'm not entirely sure he'll be able to. This leaves us with a Simpson 1-2 of Emma Kickert and Edvard Holm. Taki's moved up into 3rd place, just ahead of Greenlaw and Watson. Gautier hanging on to 6th here. She's pulled away a little bit from Servansky and Jancher and Co. behind them. Kremnitsky's moved up into 13th place, but is struggling to find a way past Alberto Cara. Of course, sensationally took that 2nd place finish yesterday. Incredible drive by Cara. He's got to have his eye on some more solid points here today. Monty Burrell's running in 15th position, so moved up a couple of spots since the start, but not really threatening those ahead of her. Akira Yamamura, not Burrell's teammate, is not doing particularly well back in 20th. Saint Laurent's moved up some spots since the start, though. But closing in quickly, looking to put them a lap down, are the Simpson duo of Kickert and Holm.
Oh no, I think Greenlaw is in trouble. Certainly not.
Right at the same point on the racetrack as well. You couldn't make it up. Both of the Holidays out exceptionally early in this race. I can't believe this. The amount of trouble that they're having as Cara has gotten held up behind Greenlaw. That's allowed Kremnitsky through into now 11th place, but both of the Holidays very early retirements from this race. We've got Final Watson here trying to find a way past Takuma Taki. We're now about 9 seconds back of Kickert and Holm at this early stage of the race, expecting similar pit strategies to the first race here. As Watson again taking a look to the inside of Taki, cannot make it sit down there. I believe Yamamura running a very interesting helmet in this race. Not entirely sure what that's about. I'm sure they have their reasons, and it's definitely not a skill issue of any kind at all. So we've got Home now running right behind his teammate. Simpson's in formation here early in this race. They're holding now over 11 seconds from the battle for third between Taki, Watson, and Gautier. And Servansky, in fact, is closing in on this battle a little bit as well. Malish up to 7th, Torrente 8th, Shinjo 9th, and Kremnitsky's up into 10th place as we've got another car slowing. It's Bradley Dagnall in the Euromotor as Fu Wen has just smashed right into the back of Dagnall. And that is Dagnall's day done. Fu Wen now needs to come into the pits to replace that broken nose cone that he's destroyed at the back of the Euromotor there.
Chaos early in Sanair this race. Oof.
Oh no, and now Marco Jancher is out. So that's after recording their first double finish of the season. Both Euromotors also out very early as Watson and Gautier get past Taki. He's gotten held up somehow by the Euromotor there. Yeah, I think Watson really took advantage of that situation there. Forced Taki to have to back off. It didn't give him any room, and very opportunistic move from Watson there to take the podium position.
Some might call it dirty, but you know, in a series like this, you just gotta do what you gotta do.
Meanwhile, up front, it is still the Simpson drivers running 1-2 here. Kickert from home. The Simpson drivers are the only duo to have actually notched victories by both of their drivers so far this season. So we know that both of these drivers can win, but can they do so? As we, oh my goodness, that's Nathaniel Cameron with an issue now with a transmission failure. He's not going to get that back to the pits, and it's a very short race for the Jones of Cameron. Taki does not seem to be able to hang with Watson and Gautier. As, oh my goodness, now that's a technical issue for Gautier. She's not able to get that back to the pits either, and now Gautier is also out of this race. Thick and fast are the retirements in this race. And
oh, Summers.
That is Aurora Summers there, smashing right into the back of Amy Gautier.
I mean, I don't even know. I mean, well, what was that all about? I mean, she clearly sees the car slow and just...
Yeah, she just doesn't brake at all, and that's completely taken her out of the race as well.
A graduate from the Hubert William Boutier School, doing exactly what he did last season at New Hampshire. Because otherwise, how do you do that?
So a lot of chaos already unfolding in the first 30 laps of this race. We've got Kickert still leading from home. They're finding their way through the carnage so far. Final Watson holding the positioned about 11.5 seconds behind them in third place. So he's opened up 4 seconds over Taki in fourth, with Servansky all over the back of the championship leader, looking for that fourth place right now. Malish is not too far behind in sixth as well. This is a very good. This is looking to be a very good weekend already for Václav Malish if he can survive the carnage that we've been seeing so far. And that is Kremnitsky looking to find his way past Diego versus Torrente for the 7th position. Not too far behind Malish. Kremnitsky's been able to work his way up through the field in these opening laps, but they will have to pull over sooner or later as the Simpson duo have caught this little pack. Kremnitsky looking to get a good run here, though out of turn 3, cannot match the Jones for straight line speed, and will settle for 8th currently as Edvard Holm is having his issues trying to lap the Yongguang of Alberto Cara there.
You can see how bad that affected Holm. You know, he was right on the back of Kickert, and now he's about 2 seconds back. That's that show you how it's important getting past this lap traffic is. It costs you plenty of time here.
Absolutely. Kickert taking full advantage of that now. Now she's got a couple of cars between herself and her teammate. Oh my goodness. There's issues for Final Watson.
That looked like a collision, I think.
Something happened to the to our third place driver. He's gotten well out wide and has been called into the pits. Oh my goodness, I think that must have been a collision between himself and somebody else.
I haven't thought about this track in forever.
Oh man!
Oh, that was Akira Yamamura's crashed into the back of Watson there, as Watson was looking to make his way into the pits. So that has I think this is a scheduled pit stop for Watson, though, so it was just, I think, a late entry to the pits has really sort of caught Yamamura out by surprise there. Yamamura now having to make an unscheduled pit stop of their own.
Something is in the air today. I don't know what is going through somebody's driver's mind. I don't know what's going on with the cars. I mean, what in the world?
Kremnitsky still cannot get the move quite done on Diego versus Torrente. Holm has now cleared that little pack, and he's trying now to close back up on his teammate. We've got Taki up into 3rd place now. Still under pressure from Servansky, and Malish still not too far behind these two. We got Watson there, has come out right behind these two as well. Saint Laurent now makes his way into the pits. So the Bentley driver on the 2-stop strategy here. As it does seem that the Dan Weldon Memorial Trophy may be going the way of Takuma Taki, with, of course, his 2 wins on the ovals so far this season. The only person who could really deny him from that from claiming the title would be Final Watson if Watson was able to win this race, but with his issues currently, he's not able to unlap himself from his teammate there, Servansky, so it does look like that might be going the way of Taki as we got Kremnitsky into the pits as well. So checkmate, putting the Slovak driver on the two-stop strategy here, trying to get him to move himself up through the field as we've got a change for the lead here. I think this might be a pit stop from our race leader, Emma Kickert. Indeed, yeah, Kickert was called into the pits and makes her way in, so given that Home was able to keep pace with Kickert for these opening stages, I do wonder if both the Simpsons may be on the two-stopper here.
I believe that is the case.
Solid pit stop for Kickert. She's coming back out onto the track. I think that is Taki going past just now. And that is the duo of Watson and... Oh my goodness, that is another technical failure for Magda Srvanski. Her engine is giving up. And she's not going to be able to finish this race. My goodness. Srvanski just can't seem to be able to buy a break currently. Meanwhile, Home is diving into the pits right at the last second there. Kickert was held up a little bit there, so we'll see now if this is going to allow Edvard Home to jump ahead of his teammate here. Ooh, it's a very short, much shorter wait on fuel for Home. This might be what he needs to jump back out ahead. Takuma Taki will take the lead only just from Home here. And Home will be in second position now as Srvanski's car has finally given out on the front straight. But it is Takuma Taki leading this race by about 3.5 seconds from Edvard Home. Emma Kickert looking to make the move on her teammate to retake that second place. That's not what they want to be doing right now. They need to be focusing on catching and passing Takuma Taki. And Taki here really having troubles getting around Ben Fleet, it seems. I'm not entirely sure what Ben Fleet is doing, I'll be honest with you. That is a very creative racing line from the Foxtail driver. And it has completely blown Taki's lead as well. Home's completely caught up now. Home to the inside, and he will retake this lead. So that's Edvard Home once again in the lead. Emma Kickert will be looking to make a similar move now on Taki. She can't afford her teammate to get too far out in front. And indeed makes that move stick, so that's Simpson restoring their 1-2, but positions reversed. After an interesting strategy call from Home side of the pit garage, they've fueled him a bit less than his teammate to looking to gain that track position, but he will have to have a longer stop earlier in the race. So he's certainly making the most of his situation now, though. Fastest lap of the race for Home.
That's another slow car on the front straight.
Yep, that is Andrei Kremnitsky. His engine has completely caught fire here, and now Kremnitsky out of this race. Joining a very long list of retirements. We didn't have very many technical retirements in the first race, but it seems like the teams may have turned the wick up a little bit here, and already we're down to 17 runners, not yet to half distance. Kickert and Home really battling for this lead now. Home taking a very interesting racing line there, but he's hanging on to the lead from his teammate. On board with Kickert here. I think she may be, in fact, a little bit quicker at this stage in a race now that Holmes got a few laps on his tires, but can she find a way past? They've opened up a 2-second margin over Takuma Taki despite their intra-team squabbling. And Malish is up in a spectacular 4th position. Only about a second and a half behind Taki, so this is a fantastic drive so far for Vassar Malish.
Well, Malish has had a very quiet, good season as Kickert set the fastest lap there. Malish has put himself in an unexpected position to possibly challenge for the championship. And with Phillippe Nicolas' terrible weekend, I think he'll move up to second without a shadow of a doubt. And as for the two Simpsons, I mean, if I'm in Kickert's position, I wouldn't attack home, but there she goes.
Is there an issue for Imani Burrell? There's an issue for Imani Burrell. She's got an oil leak on the Adriatica, and that car will not be much long. Is not long for this world. It's a shame for Burrell, who in her debut was running quite strongly up in the top 10, but given the difficult circumstances of having to make her debut with minimal track time here. But just past half distance now, she's not going to be able to finish this one. Taki, for some reason, is battling quite hard to keep Final Watson behind him as well. Even though Watson is a lap down, and there's really very little for Taki to gain by fighting this hard to keep the March 16 behind him. Meanwhile, up front, we've got Holm back out to a second advantage over Kickert.
A gap like that the two Simpsons have, that's very good for them, like I was gonna say. Oh dear.
There's a puncture for Pierre Salarant now. Must be all the debris on the track that's left rear puncture for Salarant. Is going to be difficult for him to get the back to the pits from there, and he's not able to. That's it for Pierre Salarant, so a disappointing home weekend for the Quebecois driver. So he joins the ever-lengthening list of retirements. We're now down to just 15 drivers left in this race, with still 50 more laps to go. Holmes now able to found his way through this little bit of lap traffic, much better than Kickert here. He's managed to put a 2-second gap as a consequence, as we're seeing battle for 9th here between McFry and Lon, two veterans of the series. Also of note here, the mechas have been running particularly well this weekend. We've got Zidane had a good top 10 yesterday, and we've got them both running 7th and 8th currently, as McFry has dropped a couple of positions. There's a puncture on the Foxtail, so again a victim of all the debris out on the track, so that's put a wrench in the race of Martin McFry. But he should be able to make it to the finish from here. It should just fall within his pit window. I think he's on the one stop, as we're expecting the one stoppers to pit sometime soon. Indeed, first of those to make their scheduled one-stop entry to the pits is Carmen Alvarez Torrente. I think that is Ben Fleet also into the pits for Foxtail. Torrente held in near her box a little bit there as Fleet had to come through. We also got Emma Kickert's dropped now 3.5 seconds behind Edvard Holm, who's really been able to find his way through this traffic quite well on this stint.
You know, of all the retirements in this race, I wouldn't be surprised if Holm passed on his bad luck of not being able to finish a race onto the other competitors. I mean, he's just absolutely flying away with this. It's pretty impressive. You see Fu Wen coming to the pits for his stop.
Yeah, this is what Holm needs to be doing at this stage of the race, is building a little bit of a gap over his teammate. He will need to have a... He will need to pit a little bit earlier, so that could affect him if he can't, if he gets held up a little bit in traffic, both either on his way into or out of the pit. So the safest thing he can do is just have that little bit of a comfort margin, but that's less than ideal for Emma Kickert. As another transmission failure, she can't get it back to the pits, and Emma Kickert is also out of this race. Is once again out of this race. We got, I think this is Alberto Cara into the pits. No, this is one of them. Yeah, I think this is Cara. Shinjo also into the pits, but that is Emma Kickert out of this race. Her car grinding to a halt on the front straight. And once again, it's another disappointing failure to convert pole position for Emma Kickert.
She'll be disappointed with this weekend. I mean, that's just... Tell you what, these Fords have a lot of issues with their transmission. I think as they go into 2025, they'll need to work on that. And all this is a pit Rockoff Mausch up into second, provisionally speaking.
Yes, although he does need to make his pit stop. We'll see if the... well, Taki looks to be coming back out in clear air here, so I'm not sure Malish will be able to jump back ahead. Oh my goodness! He jumps just ahead of Taki on the racetrack as I say that. And now Malish comes in. Will that be enough? I don't think that'll be enough. He was about 1.5 seconds behind Taki, and I'm not sure Taki backed off by a full 1.5 seconds. Avoiding Malish as he tried to rejoin the racetrack. We're coming around turn 2 here. Rejoins the race as Taki coming around turn 3 now. And Malish clear of pit. Oh my goodness! I think it's going to work for checkmate! Malish coming out of the pits. There goes Holm, and Taki comes out. Malish has jumped ahead of Takuma Taki. What a fantastic drive the young Trek driver is putting on today.
Oh yeah, he's put himself in a good position. But Taki, he's trying to spoil the party, and that's him back up to second there. Good move from the Japanese driver there.
Yeah, that's exactly what he needed to do, and it's just another show as we've got more yellow flags. It's Diego Alvarez Torrente, who was running very well up in the top 5. He's also out, so it's a double DNF for Jones. That is not, as their season now goes from bad to worse. We've got Takuma Taki in trouble. What happened there?
Oh dear.
That is Edvard Holm in for his second pit stop. Meanwhile, Taki just got it all wrong in turn 1. Just brushed the wall, and that's handed second place back to Malish. it looks like he's not really fully comfortable with that car. Is there some sort of issue, perhaps, on the racing point? Holmes returned to the track just ahead of Malish, and so this looks good currently for Holmes, as he's gone out wide.
Oh.
Is there an issue for Holmes' car as well? Or is he just feeling out those new tires? In any case, this Václav Malish is all over the back of Edvard Holm looking for this lead.
The car stopped in the back straight. It's Taki!
Taki's out! Taki is out of the race! That's a championship leader! And this really means that Malish, in running in second position as he is, stands to gain considerably. And really put himself as the main challenger to Taki. He's not able to clear the lap car of Akio Yamamura there. It looks like Edvard Holm's been able to get on top of his handling issues from a moment ago, but Takuma Taki now out of this race. He will benefit from the long list of retirements, and he'll only be down in 13th, but that is about 10 or 12 points that he will be losing that he could have scored in this race.
I did not see that one coming. You know, Taki's had some compared to his rivals, he's had some good reliability, and that was completely unexpected. But for Václav Malish, that's what he really wanted, and he really wants to spoil this party. Up in second. Who would have seen this one coming, honestly?
Yes, I mean it's really been the story of his ARWS career so far. He really starred in Monaco on his debut by taking a podium in that wild race on the streets of Monaco. Didn't really look particularly at ease through that first season, really just focusing on notching finishes and logging laps in that car. But now that he's gotten his feet under him, he's strung together a very strong sequence of finishes, and as this season is dragging on, he's looking more and more like a genuine threat for the championship this year.
Very well said. I mean, and look at the rest of our top five. You know, Alberto Cara basically up in the same position he was in yesterday. Nakio Shinjo, who was second in the championship last year, up in the fourth position. McFry, who had a DNF yesterday, looking to get a good finish today. Let's hope that Foxdale hangs on. Kalon, too, was disappointed. I mean, had just a horrible race yesterday. He's up in sixth position, so maybe for today only, he's quite a fan of ovals.
He's under significant threat here, though, from Malik Zidane in the mecha, though, and Carmen Alvarez Torrente there, able to take advantage of Zidane's tentativeness in passing the Bentley. She takes 7th place. She's been having her struggles since finding her way back onto the grid following the firing of James Wilmington. So Torrente will take over 7th place. This is just the sort of result she needs to really get herself back, get her feet back under her in ARWS. Of course, she was an outside contender through the middle part of the season last year, but wasn't able to retain her seat at Adriatica, and now is looking to build back her confidence back up. Meanwhile, Final Watson really has not really been able to at all to make the most of this race with a vast amount of retirements, but of course a lot of that is down to the issues he had earlier in this race. Was it a broken front wing or something happened to him?
A hit into the wall and an absolute fail coming into pit lane.
Yes, I believe so. Edvard Holm, meanwhile, is really just checking out now that he's gotten his rhythm back in. He's pulled out by 7 seconds over Václav Malish, and should just be looking to ease it home over these last 20-ish laps here. But of course, that's a much easier said than done in the modern ARWS.
Yeah, take yesterday, for example, his teammate Emma Kickert leading on the last lap, a transmission failure. And so, yeah, he might be leading by a good margin right now, but when it comes to ARWS, it doesn't matter how much you lead, it all comes down to the final lap, basically.
Reliability is indeed the name of the game. Oh my goodness! Edvard Holm has broken his front wing! This. What on earth has happened? Okay, so he's through turn 2 here. Oh my goodness, he just got it all wrong on corner entry. Washed out well wide, clattered into the barrier. Now he's having to make a third pit stop to replace that broken front wing. And sensationally, this will give the lead to Václav Malish.
Wow. Oh, I'm speechless.
Will it? Malish is not shown in the lead currently. He wasn't a full lap ahead of Malish, was he? I guess he was? I guess he was. Okay, never mind. My bad. Edvard Holm continues to lead. It's alright.
Well, Holm might have got back out, but I mean, that was a very, very heavy hit into the wall there. I do wonder if that's caused any suspension damage to the Simpson, and if so, that could play a part later on in this race.
Possibly, indeed. We saw something similar, in fact, at the British Grand Prix only a couple of rounds ago. Final Watson had just taken the lead and was in a strong position to win the race. And then crashed right into the back of Martin McFly, broke his suspension, and that was it for his race. So, again, it's far from done, but Holm now still has a lead. Put in another fastest lap of this race. Can he just bring it home?
That's all he should just really do. I mean, he got a lifeline right there, and he needs to just make it last as long as possible.
Oh my goodness, it's Akira Yamamura with a suspension failure. It's been a very dismal performance all weekend, really, for the Adriatica squad. As that suspension's completely gone away. Yamamura desperately trying to get this car to keep running, but no, that's not going to go any further. Top marks for effort, I suppose, as Zidane is now into the pits. He's broken his front wing. He must have also hit the wall similar to Holm. So that's put a spoiler on the Egyptians race here.
Yeah, must have gotten the marbles and just lost it, which several drivers have done this weekend. It's unfortunate, but, you know, he's still running, and that's always a positive in this series.
Meanwhile, K1's just taken over 5th place from Martin McFry. Good move there for the German driver. Once again, it's very similar to his performance from Loudon, if you remember. He had a very poor first race there, but at the second race, he's been much more competitive. As Watson's now trying to find his way back up to salvage something. As Torrente has now hit the walls. I'm seeing all sorts of drivers now just get it wrong on the entry to turn 2. We'll see again if we could get a view of this from on board Torrente. But yeah, she just gets hits the apex too soon and doesn't compensate for that on corner exits. And as you say, once you get onto the marbles on the exit of turn 2, there's really not a lot you can do but just sort of slide into the wall and hope you don't completely break the car. I think Ben Fleet there might have just gotten away with something similar. We've got Zidane looking to try and take that 9th place from him. Of course, they're just coming out just ahead now of Torrente's rejoined after that front wing change on her car. And continuing to pull away here. McFry's had to yield 6 to final Watson, who's now looking to chase down and pass Kalon to at least salvage a top 5 from this race. And Zidane there able to take 8 from Fleet. Fleet really struggling late in the going here. Torrente looks like she'll want to make the move here. Oh, couldn't quite get to the inside of Fleet there, entering turn 3. Meanwhile, we've also got Watson. Oh, he's forced his way right to the inside of Kalon and taking 5th place. Oh, very forceful move there for Watson, but as they say, Robin's racing. I'm not sure they were talking about ARWS when they said that though.
Whoa, there was definitely contact there, and I mean, Watson, trying to get a good recovery, but you need to be careful when doing stuff like that, because that could have been a very, very bad crash.
And he certainly put his front wing in danger of being broken, but he's through up into 5th place now.
And with only a few laps to go now, our attention really should turn to Ed Verholm to see if he's going to run into any trouble like his teammate did yesterday. And for the sake of his heart, I hope not.
For the sake of his llama as well. I don't want to see poor Stefan be upset anymore. That poor llama's been through so much heartbreak this season already. Oh, and we've got Malish into the pits with a brake issue. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a massive disappointment for Malish. It's going to hand 2nd place to Alberto Cara. And Shinjo will take 3rd. Watson into 4th. Lon into 5th. Malish down to 7th. It's going to be... I think it's just going to be 7th. I think he should come out ahead of Zidane here. But, oh my goodness. That's really put a wrench into Vasa Malish's hopes. But fingers crossed we don't see a repeat of yesterday.
Well, he's made it past turn 1 into turn 2. If any problems happen now, he should surely be able to coast across the line.
Yes, we have a 14-second lead. It's all good for Ed Verholm. That's his 3rd win of the season. A spectacular drive from the Dane. Another spectacular drive as well for Alberto Caro. Takes his second place finish of this weekend. And Naoki Shinjo records Mecha's second ever podium. And his second ever podium. So, a spectacular weekend for Kara and Yangwang and for Shinjo and Mecha. Watson able to recover to 4th by the end of the race. Lon hangs on to the top 5 from McFry. Malish with his late race drama, dropping him from 2nd to 7th. Zidane 8th, Fleet 9th, and Carmen Alvarez Torrente 10th, with Fuen the only other finisher in this race. Among our long list of retirements, we got Akio Yamamura, Takuma Taki, Diego Alvarez Torrente, Emma Kickert, Amani Burrell had a good run going. Kremnitsky, Servansky was running well. Gautier, both of the Euromotors of both of the holidays, all very early on, really setting the tone. And I'm hearing that Checkmate are appealing that Tahom won the race by dint of a scoring error. I'm not entirely sure, because this is entirely what's the word? It's entirely automated, so I'm not entirely sure how that could happen. We've certainly never had a scoring error in the history of the ARWS, but home there with the fastest lap of the race from Kickert and Watson. Malik Zidane, sensationally. How did he get the 5th fastest lap in this race? That is amazing. In any event, that will be it for us today. We'll see you next time with the Southern US Grand Prix from the Circuit of Americas. See you there.